If you're watching this, it means it happened. Christmas 2017 has come and gone. God damn, dude, my nose looks super fucked up. Oh my god. Anyway. Sorry, I just woke up. So anyway, I just wanted to go in, like, Merry Christmas, everybody. This is probably going to be, like, my bullshit Christmas video. I'm going to put some gameplay over this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so. Anyway, where I'm at, you're probably wondering, where's my beard at? I took a new job, and I have to shave for this job, unfortunately. It sucks. But, with that topic on mind, let's go over some jobs. Some of you guys aren't old enough to have a job or whatever, and I know that, and some of you guys are old enough to have a job and probably can relate to this. I took a job with a vendor company for, I think it was about January of this year. And I'm not going to give the specific names just because I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want to get them in trouble. I mean, I do, because they fucking pissed me off, but I don't want to screw myself out of what little money may still be coming to me. Anyway, I took this job. They said, hey man, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars, we're going to pay you for your gas, we're going to pay you for all this other shit. And I said, hey, that's pretty good. I'm going to quit my other job, and I'm going to join you guys, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to work for you guys. So, basically the whole thing is like, they're gonna pay me so good that, like, I can't refuse to, like, do their work for them, apparently, you know? And I was like, my first thought was, okay, you know, like, clearly this is gonna be a good deal and all this other stuff. So anyway, we go through, it's about January, I take this job, I'm gonna start working with him. This one guy who I'm training under, he tells me he's taking, like, a medical leave or something. He goes, hey man, I'm going out. I broke my shoulder or my whatever. I'm gonna be out for a couple months. I need you to, he's like, you're just gonna cover for me. He was like, you're not gonna be able to write any orders or anything like that, because this is stalking. I'm just a glorified stalker, basically. Anyway, he leaves, and I end up taking over a bunch of his stuff, and I work his stuff, and I do his stuff, right? So as this goes down, I continue to do his stuff. Things slowly start to, like, shift, and shit slowly starts to hit the fan. You know, like, I'll get these phone calls. Like I said, I'm not opposed to doing work. Like, I'm not opposed to doing work. I don't want people to think that, like, I'm just some fucking lazy fuck. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. You know? But I'll sit here and I'll get these phone calls of, hey Adam, I know that you just finished working 3 trucks, which is about a day's worth of work or more. He goes, you should, he's like, you should come work these other 2 trucks in town, or you should come do this other shit, or you should wake up even earlier tomorrow, and you should come do this shit. Or you should come help me do my stuff because I didn't do it at all, or whatever. So, like, you know, me being the person I am, I can't say no. I really can't. So I ended up doing that, and, like, slowly it just starts to, like, eat away at you. It eats away at me, and it upsets me, and they decide to, like, take advantage of me, and everybody's calling me. Literally every day I'm getting a phone call, and it's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, long story short, this guy comes back, right? So, I tell them, I was like, okay, well, originally I want, like, 30 hours. I was like, I want 30 hours, that's really what I want. Well, I was like, okay, I can drop down. I was like, this guy's back, I understand that. I want about 20. I was like, that's not unreasonable, it's not. I want about 20 hours, and I don't want you guys to bug me. I have to go back to school. So, I'm going to school, I'm working this job. This guy comes back. Meanwhile, as he's coming back, we get a new guy. My boss's boss, he gets promoted, and we get a new guy in from, like, Houston or something. This guy comes in. I talked to him on the phone once, and literally shortly after that, I hear that he just doesn't like me. Like never meet the guy, never nothing. Just, hey, fuck you, I don't like you, I want you gone, I want you out of my business, go away. And I was like, okay, well, that kind of sucks that, like, this guy doesn't like me, you know? I was like, like I said, never met the guy, never did anything like that. It's kind of fucking stupid. So, anyway, fucking, we continue to go on, and I continue just, like, to do my job, and I hear some more, like, I continue to hear stuff from this guy. He keeps complaining about me, and, everybody keeps feeding me bullshit. It's like, hey, we really like your work ethic, but also we hate you, and you should quit. It's like, oh yeah? And it's like, okay, yeah, we really like your work ethic when you show up, and when you do my job for me, you know, it's like that's nice, you know. But whenever you tell me you can't, I get pissed off, and you fucking worthless, and I don't want you to help, but you know, I don't need you here. So anyway, so finally I had enough of this. I took another job basically, okay, so they cut my hours. Let's go back to that. They cut my hours. I was getting like 10 hours a week, which is fucking ridiculous. Like literally for any job, especially part-time, is fucking ridiculous. So I said, okay, I can't live off of 20 or 10 hours a week. I have to find another job. And I told my boss, I said, I'm looking for something else. I said, even if it is just overnights or whatever, just part-time or something, I was like, I have to have something else. I have to have money. And I get it, and I tell him all, I was like, I am working overnights unless the fucking sky is falling, don't call me. I was like, I'm not gonna answer the phone, and I'm not gonna, like, don't bug me. Well, after this new guy comes in, he takes over, everybody starts calling me for fucking no reason. For no reason at all. Hey man, are you coming into work today? Hey man, are you doing this? Hey man, did you do this? Hey, would you go do that? Like, it's the most obnoxious shit when somebody calls you and says, hey, are you coming into work today? Like, literally, like, hey, like, I'm scheduled. Like, you know, I'm scheduled. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you think I'm coming into work today? I didn't call in, did I? Like, you know, I don't ever just miss work. We'll get to that later, though. So, as we go through, like I said, I literally had enough. This was like a couple days ago. I forgot to mention this is vlog with Adam. So we get to like a couple days ago, and I sat here and I was like, by the end of the week, I'm going to figure out if I want to continue to keep this job or not. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with these stupid fucking phone calls. I'm done with you guys bugging me nonstop over stupid shit that you already know the answer to when I'm trying to sleep. It's like I was literally running off of like 4 or 5 hours of sleep like a day for like 24-hour period, and I'd be working all fucking night at this job. So it's fucking stupid. It gets on my nerves, man. So anyway, it was like 2 days ago. I was like, you know what? I finally had enough. First, I was sent out of town to go work this truck, and this may or may not have already been resolved. I did get a dirty text message from my ex-boss later yesterday, but I don't know if he found out yet. Probably did, though. I was supposed to go out and do 2 trucks. He gave me some bullshit. He was like, yeah, man, you gotta go out and you gotta do all this shit, and you gotta blah, 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 and you gotta do all this garbage, and he just, like, expected me to do it. I mean, normally I would. I'm not saying, like, oh, you know, being an asshole, but yeah, like, he just expected me to do it. And normally I would, but like literally, like I just like slept. I sometimes have a sleeping problem, and I just sleep for like retarded amounts of time, like 16 to 18 hours at a time, you know. And whenever you're going from like literally 6 hours of sleep a day, maybe less, there comes a point when you just crash and you're like, fuck, like I have to have sleep. Well, I end up sleeping through literally the whole fucking day. And I wake up, and I do make it to my other job, but like it's too late for me to go out and correct the 2 trucks that I did miss. So I wake up the very next day, or I don't actually. I'm up all fucking night and I'm working. I come home, I sit down, and I go, you know what? I'm done. I was like, I'm not doing this. He had called me the previous day or the day before that and said, hey man, I got like 4 trucks lined up for you and all this other bullshit because it's Christmas. And I was like, you know what, I'm fucking tired of this shit. I was like, I'm not doing this, and I'm not playing this fucking game with you guys anymore. And I'll go more in depth into why I'm so fucking upset here in a second. But basically, I call my boss, my current boss, not this guy. I call, like, there's a guy who's directly above me, and then there's 2 guys, like, above him, and then there's, like, a big dude. So I call my direct boss. He's leaving, too, which is what's really fucking funny about it. I call him. It's literally his last day. I go, hey man, are you still my boss? And he's like, yeah, until the end of the day, until about 4 o'clock. I said, all right, man, I quit. He said, oh yeah? And I said, yeah. He's like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. And he's like, well, you know, no hard feelings. He's like, I'm leaving too. I don't give a shit. He's like, I'll put in the paperwork for you, you know. And he's like, if you need a reference, I'll fucking, you know, I'll give you a good reference. The dickheads won't, but he was like, you always worked for me, so, anyway, I go, thanks, man. And he was like, well, you know, before you go, he's like, are you working anything? Are you scheduled to do any work this week? And I was like, no, I'm not. which wasn't it. Part of it was a lie, you know. Yeah, I technically had told the guy that I would be helping him with some stuff, but where the problem lies is they never actually put me on the schedule, which is what fucked me over. Is like I told him, I was like, I am not on the schedule. I have not been on the schedule literally since I fucking started working for you guys. It was non-stop phone calls. Y'all never took the time to put me on your fucking schedule. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not on your schedule. I'm only scheduled one day out of the fucking week, technically. So he said, yeah, just finish your last day. And he's like, no hard feelings. He's like, next time I'm in town, I'll buy you a beer. I was like, all right, cool, man. See ya. So later, this dude calls me, the guy who I told I'd help. And he goes, hey, man, just want to let you know all this shit dropped, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not doing that. I quit. I was like, I wish I would have told you. I was like, I quit. I'm done. And he fucking hangs up on me. He was upset. I'm sure he was. But the real kicker is later I went into the store to do some Christmas shopping, and I saw him in this store. I actually did, which is fucking ironic, because I saw him in the store. He didn't see me, thank God. But I saw him, and he was just standing around not doing anything, you know? And I know there's a lot of work to be done. I know that there's not enough people to do the work. And whenever you have a dickhead like this, he was on the phone. I'm assuming he was calling around, trying to get other people to cover my shit instead of covering it himself. That is what pisses me off, is that he's just a worthless scumbag who fucking just doesn't want to do any work. That's literally what it was. Is he's out here, he's bullshitting. It's not his day off. I know it's not. And he's just bullshitting his whole fucking, like, his job. So like I said, I don't feel bad at all in the slightest for leaving him hanging. And like I said, those other two trucks, unless they were taken care of, which I don't know. I said I blocked his phone number because I didn't want any more text messages or him bugging me. I was trying to fucking sleep. If those trucks have not been taken care of, when that motherfucker shows up on Tuesday to these two stores, he's gonna have, like, literally, like, about 6 hours worth of work. 'Cause he's a jackass. So, 6 hours worth of work in two stores that should only maybe be, like, 2 hours worth of work. Sorry, this is long and rambly. So, just to continue, so like I said, we're vendors. These people this company I work for, does not know how to fucking order anything correctly. Does not. For the most part. Sometimes they're pretty good. Sometimes they are. 90% of the time, they're fucking not. And whenever this new dickhead came back, took the position of the old guy, remember him? Okay, so he comes in. He loves backstock because he's fucking retarded. So, their pay is based on this thing called a number. They have a set number of shit that they're supposed to order. If they make more than that, they get a bonus. If they make less than that, they lose money. They don't get a bonus, they don't get paid. Okay? Now, I can understand wanting to make money. I can understand ordering your number. This dumbass comes in, and he completely just blows the fucking number out of the water. You kind of have to regulate your ordering. You're supposed to regulate it so that you're not, like, overextending yourself so you don't lose money in the future, you know, just to play it smart. But this jackass comes in and he goes, I need you to order just backstock. Backstock should always be full, should always be blah, blah, blah. We should always be working it. And I was like, no. We have this thing called pull-up days. When we're not getting trucks, we're supposed to go in. We're supposed to maybe at most spend like 40 minutes in a fucking store pulling it up, like pulling stuff out of the back and making it look good. But, like, it's fucking ridiculous. When I have to come in, I have to work a truck, which is about 3 or 4 hours of work. I come in on my easy day, my pull-up day, and I end up spending about 2 or 3 hours there again because of all the bullshit that this jackass has in backstock. It's fucking ridiculous. And they're all, of course, all of the other two guys. There's two guys in this district. There's two guys who, like, run the whole district. Both of those guys, of course, are super into this backstock because that's more money for them. They don't give a shit, like, you know, who else has to work their stuff. They don't care because 90% of the time they're not doing it. They're on salary. They have to hit 40 hours, and then they just call and they go, yeah, I can't work anymore. I got my 40 hours. And that normally happens about Wednesday. You know, they bullshit like for 12 hours a day. And they fucking, like I said, this company is literally just like the most fucking worthless company I've ever fucking worked for. And I'm not really one of those guys who normally goes in and just says, hey, fuck you, I quit. I hate doing that. That's not how I work. That's not who I am. But whenever you're gonna be a dickhead to me, you're gonna treat me poorly, and you're going to fucking just like abuse the fact that I can't say no, you know, you deserve a big fat fuck you. So that is my Christmas present to them as a company. My Christmas present was a fuck you, I quit, you can do my job because y'all clearly know how to do it better. So anyway, like I said, that is me wrapping up this story, this amazing Christmas tale that we've had. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to me. We're close to 1,000 subs. When we hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to eat my sock. That's not true. Maybe I'll eat my sock. We'll talk about it later. So, thank you guys so much for watching this amazing vlog. I will see y'all in my next video. More Counter-Strike content. You should be getting one before the end of the year, hopefully. And something. Merry Christmas. I hope you guys get all the presents from Santa Claus, you know. And I will see y'all in my next video.